Hola, hola, mi gente. Do you see I'm repping tonight? Do you see I'm repping?
Let me see the t-shirt. You gotta turn the. Why is I can't, and I have good eyes. What's the team?
You can't see?
Is that DMX?
Yes.
Okay.
DMX and my dogs bite.
I was like, okay.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, XDMC. Thank you. Salute to you as well, sir. Thank you. Thank you. No autographs, please. No autographs. Haran, watch the door. No, Saint, fetch my water, will you?
Yes, because we're famous now.
Yes, we
We're
are.
divas now. We're divas now.
It's a collective, okay? It's
Right.
like
Now? You divas now?
Extra divas.
Okay. All right.
shush, Haran. What's up? Welcome on the block with Jen. You know who we are, man. And if you're here for the first time, let's just assume you're here for the first time. Hi, welcome. Hit that like and subscribe. You're gonna like us. You're gonna like us. Most of the time.
Some I'll say sometimes.
I think most of the time we're likable. We are likable. Our names are on the screen. If you're curious about any of us, we have lots of information on our own social media. If you're wondering, who's that lady? Who's that guy? What they do? So here we are. I act, I write, I get on your nerves, I podcast. Lily, what do you do?
I model, I act, and I do a podcast. 2 podcasts.
Ron, what do you do?
I play instruments, I write music, and I keep some of your mothers away out of my goddamn DMs, man.
No, saying what do you do?
Well, I work at a fire department. I occasionally watch sports more than Jen would like.
And you get cats out of trees.
Yes.
You do. All right, guys. So here we are. We're gonna be here for the good time, not a long time. Mama gotta cook. I'm one of them bulk cookers. I cook for the next 3-4 days because I'm busy. So I don't want to think about, food, and I don't want to eat top ramen all week. So I have to bulk cook. All right, guys, welcome. Good to see your beautiful faces. Again, hit that like and subscribe on your way in. Good to see you. We've been having some really dope shows. Again, Lily and I show Sisterhood Sips is out the fucking gate, like the biggest freaking start and opening ever. So proud of it. If you guys have not subscribed, it's on its own channel. You cannot find it here, and it's every single Sunday. Okay, every single Sunday on its own channel. This is On the Block with Jen. You're watching us on the Block with Jen. Sisterhood Sips is its own channel. That is us. Are we not gorgeous? Of course we are. So that is Sisterhood Sips. That is the correct spelling. Run on over there and subscribe and run on back. That show is actually doing as well as this one, and it has maybe 1/100th of the following. So that's how good the show is. We got lots of shares. We got lots of disgruntled people in the comments, which tells me that's a great show, right? When you get that much a reaction and that much passion out of people, then you're saying some shit that affects them, right? Albeit we try to affect people in a good way, but some people just want to be affected. Right? They're not really looking for a resolve. They're looking for an argument, which is fine too, right? We get in there sometimes and argue with y'all and send y'all to hell. And some people are really, and some people, Lily sends y'all to therapy. I send y'all straight to hell. Okay. So there you go. You get a little bit of everything on Sisterhood Sips.
Because if you didn't have a reason to go to therapy before jumping in our comment section, I'll give you a reason. So you're going to therapy.
I have less hope for humanity. Go to hell, right? So, but it's a great show. Some have told us it's polarizing. I think it's great information. We're speaking from our perspective, our experience, our wisdom. The older you get, the more you learn, the more you know. You learn from your mistakes, and we share that with you guys. So hopefully you won't make the same mistakes or get out of the mistake you're in. We let you know it's okay to get out of the mistake you're in, right? We dropped a really great episode last Sunday about penises, what women really think about your penis, size, weight, shape, color, circumcised, uncircumcised. Very good information I gave about what I feel about circumcision. I think you guys, but you have to see for yourself. Go to Sisterhood Sips. It is the penis episode, guys. You'll get to learn a lot about what we think about your penis and your nuts. Literally.
It was hilarious. I had to watch it again today. It was hilarious.
But it was so real. It was so real, Lily.
I'm like, did we really say that? Like, who says these things?
It was so real. So, no saying, Iran, you guys watched the penis episode. Did you guys learn anything about your penises after watching that episode?
Yeah.
Care to share with the class?
See, Iran's that kid that sits in the back of the class. All the fucking.
Yeah. No, that's the truth.
I used to sit in the back of the class and eat cocoa bread.
I used to sit in the back of the class and put my Eddie Bauer coat over my head and go to sleep. And that's if I made it. That's if I made it. Okay.
Were you enlightened in any way? It doesn't even have to be about your penis. You know, would it give us something?
Well, I just learned that my girthy penis is preferred.
Okay. Your girthy penis is preferred. All right. See, guys, you can learn some stuff about your penis. Did you hear anything that surprised you about what we think about penises? Did you hear anything?
No, not really, because there was a sex therapist, a sexologist or whatever online, a black woman, who echoed some of the things. One of the things that she echoed was that a lot of times dudes think that they killing the pussy and she's running away from the dick. And she basically said, like, no, the stroke is bad. You're fucking slamming into their cervix. You're doing something that hurts. And a lot of times,
I said that. That was me.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and a lot of times, the woman said a lot of times the women just go along with the flow of the whole thing just so you can finish and get off of them. That's what she said.
No, it happens. Definitely happens.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know, Jen, we all know Jen's pet peeve is when she's pulling away and a guy is pulling towards her.
Oh, the eating. We got to do an episode on eating. Yeah, that's my pet. That is, you want to grind my fucking gears and kill the mood? Do that shit. Do that.
Yeah.
It's like you put in all this work. It was wonderful. Don't ruin it. Let's not ruin it. It's not ruin it.
I'm, you know, some guys might see it differently. I believe in repeat business. That's how you build a reputation. So in order for there to be repeat business, I have to care about your orgasm as well. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those dudes out here, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna be talking about me and I'm sitting there and be like, but I'll still hit though. Nah, that's not how I'm living my life.
Right.
Yeah, I still hit, but I ain't gonna be hitting. Eventually I'm not gonna be hitting nothing if word gets around. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So it's better to concentrate on repeat business. And I believe in, you know, asking a woman what she wants. You know what I mean? Finding, you don't want
to get the BD or a dick report.
And they travel fast. I know
somebody. Before her clothes get on. No, seriously, before her clothes get on.
No, seriously.
She's telling no saint. I'm not joking with you. Before she gets her clothes on, she's calling somebody or texting somebody how their fucking dick was. And that girl is telling her girl, and that shit is a network. The shit is faster than fiber optics. It's amazing.
And don't let him be like that fine piece that like you've been wanting for a long time, or your girlfriends know you've been wanting for a long time, or you met him and you showed a picture of him to your girls. They're like, oh, girl, I can't wait.
That's the emoji that goes out to our girlfriends right after. That emoji right there is what our girlfriends get. And they already know we got the tea for later.
And they act like it happened to them. They be offended like it happened to them because they like him.
It was this dude on my block, man. I felt bad for the cat, man, because them chicks tore him apart. This dude, he was straight pretty boy. The motherfucker looked like a Ralph Tresvant in his prime. You know what I mean? And he, you know, the chicks like was on him. And one chick got to him, you know, because he was a new dude around the block. One chick got to him, man. She said that it felt like two fingers going in her. And she, yeah, they tore that brother apart, man. I was like, oh man, I didn't really see him that much after a while. I don't know if
crazy? You know what's crazy? Going back to the eating thing, right? Men are so oblivious. Like you know what it is? They view pleasure differently than women do, right? So they think in abundance, more, right? Big wheel cars, huge TV screens, wide, big, more is
More,
better.
more.
That's more, bigger TVs, bigger steaks, bigger wheels. That's how men think, right? And that's fine. So, but a vagina doesn't work that way, right? Doesn't work that way. So, going back to what No Saint reminded me of, I saw a post one time on Instagram about like a woman pulling away after you eat her. Not one. And there were hundreds of comments. Not one man, not one man in the hundreds of comments understood how a vagina works. I was shocked. Not one. I understand if it's like 50 guys saying, yeah, I pull her to me, and then maybe 3 guys saying, no, that's not how you do it. But not one man understood. You don't continue eating or sucking once she comes. The vagina, the clitoris is very, very sensitive. And you guys should fucking know. Because after you get head and you orgasm, you don't want to go. It's like, wait a fucking minute. And you kill that ecstasy. You kill. I told you guys, it's the cool down. I had a pussy blower one time. It was great. I thought it was a novel idea, but it was sweet. It was sweeter than continuing to suck. Blow on it. Kiss it. Cup it with your hand, like palm it. Don't continue. It fucking feels terrible. It doesn't feel good, but men think it feels good. It doesn't feel good.
Well,
And
well,
now you come here, girl. You ain't running from me, girl. Yeah, I'm not running from you, you fucking bastard. I want you to stop so I
well,
can enjoy the orgasm. That's what I'm not running from you. We're here. We're in the bed, idiot. I'm not running from you. I want you to fucking stop. This means stop. This means go. This means stop. Go. Go.
Is it called come
I will,
consent?
I will say this though. Some things are not often spoken of either. I mean, Jen, you based on some of the things that you said and some of your hand gestures, you seem like you're someone who's in the know in terms of how to pleasure a man orally. Some of these chicks out there, they need some, pointers too. You know what I mean? Like men, men aren't as simple as women think they are, and some of us are different from others. You don't just press a button and nut comes out like in 3 minutes. That's just not how all of us work. Now it's just not how all of us work. Like I was with a woman once, and I understand that women like to do things like bite the nipples and shit like that, and that can be appealing. I'm not necessarily one to like, oh, bite my nipples. I'm not one of those guys. But if you do something like that, cool. Some chick damn near took a chunk out of my fucking chest. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? She was like, well, my last guy, like, I'm not him. I don't know what kind of sadomasochism shit that was into. Don't put your molars into my flesh. You know what I mean? And some women need to, when they're down there and they're preparing and shit, don't pull my fucking dick, man. In what world do you think? No, pull it. No, don't pull my shit.
Are you dating wrestling women? Are you dating wrestling women?
Pull it from your pelvis area, like pull it towards them.
Yes. It's like some of them be pulling. It's a very pull-like action. I'm like, no, be easy, man. Don't be easy. Don't just pull my fucking dick. Like,
pulled a dick away from.
They get aggressive with it and they get violent with it, and it's just like, look, like, yo, calm down. I'm going to need that after you're done.
What about when they play with your balls and they don't know how to play with caress the balls?
Oh my God, yo, you got the ones that like yank it. Like, in what world does yanking balls make sense?
I'm telling you, it's because I think 2 things. It's because you guys tend to be rough, and women think that translates to bed as well, right? Like he's a man. But sexual organs are a very delicate thing, really. And the more delicate you are with them, the longer you can go, the more foreplay you can give. You know what I mean? They're not industrial grade porn, you know what I'm saying, edition body parts. They're not. Them porn people, they can take a lick and keep ticking. They're conditioned. Them vaginas are conditioned. You know, I don't do porn, sir. Be easy. Okay?
Yeah.
But you have to I'd say gentle is key. And how the fuck did we end up having a Freaky Friday here on a fucking
I was
Tuesday?
trying to figure that. Isn't it Tuesday or something?
It's a treat for the people. They probably thought we were going to talk about. We are going to talk about hip hop, DMX, okay, door knockers, all that shit. But it's a gentle is key, and then let that person suggest that you go harder, faster, deeper, right? But always start off gentle because gentle is sexy. There's foreplay in it, and then let the person rev it up. But the nipple thing, Haran, I knew a guy. He couldn't orgasm unless I was literally riding them. And I'm a bad bitch. I ride on my tippy toes. I don't ride flat footed. Ho. Okay. Before you come at me, make sure you go ride on your tippy toe, ho. Okay. My knees are fine. So, he could not orgasm unless I was riding him on my tippy toe. And that takes you could do it if you squat. It's better if you squat, right? A lot of these chicks running around with these big fat asses and these big ass thighs. Ask that bitch to get on her tippy toes. See how long that lasts. Anyway, I digress. So this guy couldn't fucking orgasm unless I was on my tippy toes, like, you know what I mean, giving him the hydraulics and licking his nipple at the same time. I told you I'm a bad motherfucker. Told you that. So, but he couldn't orgasm unless, like, I was licking his nipple at the same time, throwing the hydraulics on him on my tippy toes, and that's how that was his thing. It was the go-to. I mean, it got to the point where I thought I was just like checking into work because that was his thing. That is how he had to finish. That was his.
Jen, I'm getting afraid because do we have another guy that we share? Do we have a part 2 episode or something? Because I've had that. So we're talking out the worst.
No, you know why? Because you know the guy I'm talking about. We've discussed him. Okay. So you would have told me then. You know exactly.
He would have been spilled. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly who it is.
That does not sound like fun.
Well, here's the thing. In my mind, it was fun because I like to see my partner get off. Mm-hmm. So it was fun to me because I was like, I like the reaction of someone getting off.
I hear you, but all I can think of is feeling the burn.
It was redundant. I will say that. But I'm tiny, so it's easy for me. I'm not. When I do hydraulics, it's not a lot of weight I'm dealing with right now. If I was a big bitch, I'd be woo. Oh, but I'm tiny. I'm petite. I'm like a little ballerina on you, basically.
Right. Spinner, you're not that far from the ground, so it's just like everything kind of works.
I'm a spinner. You guys see me in person. So, but here's how I discovered it. Let me give y'all some tea. The reason why I discovered that he liked that is one time the lights were really dim, right? And I was doing my thing with him, and I saw him doing this in the dark. And I said, oh, he likes nipple play. So I was like, I'll take care of that for you, baby. And after I discovered it, the lights were dim, and I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then I saw he was like, while I was doing my thing, he was like going like this, his nipple, and I said, oh, he likes to. Oh, I got you. All you have to do is ask.
Right. All you gotta do is ask. Like, that's all you gotta do is ask.
I mean, I was with him 11 years, so we got to, you know what I'm saying? We got to try some shit.
Yeah. That shit look wild.
A lot of them do that, though.
Really? Tell the truth.
A lot of them do that, Haran. That's a very common thing.
I'm
common.
It's making me like
play with men, nipple play.
Yes,
with men.
Very common.
And it's really, I don't know how to. It's hard when you don't have that. It's like there's nothing in my nipples that are gonna turn me on. Like there's nothing.
Oh, it's very sensitive. It's almost like another dick for them, like having another dick.
I know, I feel like I got ripped off.
Yeah, you did get ripped off. You really did.
Your nipples almost got ripped off, like abused. So I'm sure you're traumatized. But no, I'm telling you, every time. And then when I wanted to get him started, like if I was laying on his chest, I'd be like, on his nipple, and he'd be like, "You gonna get fucked? You gonna get fucked?" I'd be like,
See,
"Come at me, bro.
I'm
Come at me, bro."
I'm extremely sensitive there too, so I understand it. So like that's why I was like, yeah, no, say you got ripped off because it's like having another
They did you
rock
dirty,
song.
no say. They did you dirt. You can't
Yeah, they
start the
did you
nipples like
dirty.
that. You can't start the nipples like that. I would never go back to nipple play if somebody did that shit to me. Like, no. What do you say? She put clothespins and banged them shits?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh.
They were already, starting to hurt. And when she slapped, it was so like, I was like,
Oh, the spark
shit.
plug play?
Huh?
So what she did, the spark plugs?
No. It wasn't spark. No, it wasn't like, but it was like some kind of like clothespins or
Spark
something.
plugs.
Like,
So motherfuckers is in that.
No, they do that.
Is in that.
They do it.
she did have that little
But
thing that
I just
taps.
want you to know, Saint was spark plug standing there naked.
Well, we've
Thank
already
you for
seen
laughing.
his ass out in thongs. So speaking of clothespins, Bountiful Soul had a interesting comment. She said something that she heard. She said she heard that clothespins on the balls are a turn on. No, Saint?
You want a clothespin on your nuts?
I mean, I've never tried it.
But it's a thought.
I mean, give it a
Consideration.
shot. Yeah, sure. Why not?
You know what's real funny?
Come on, shall we bring some clothespins in April? What's going on?
I mean, you ain't bringing them for me. The funny thing is that when I hear a lot of these stories, a lot of you niggas is into getting slapped around and having heels in your nuts and spark plugs on your nipples and shit getting turned around on your balls and shit like that. A lot of you niggas is into self-pain and shit like that, man. Sounds very subbish.
Well, some of them are.
It sounds like some subbish shit.
Well,
That's very masochistic.
A lot of guys are very submissive in bed. Like it's a toss up. Like some guys are dominant in bed. Like, and honestly, usually the guys who are sub in bed are very aggressive or powerful in the real world.
I'm that guy, Lily. I'm that guy.
Look, listen, man. I've behind the scenes, I've told Jen that I think a lot of these dudes in these comments who consistently come back every fucking 5 minutes to get berated and told to suck a dick.
That's
these
their
motherfuckers
thing.
are submissive shit. They have to be getting turned on. They have to be getting
It's
turned
how they
on.
have sex with us. It's literally how they have sex with me and Lily.
Yes,
It's literally
you
how
gotta
they have sex
understand.
with me and Lily.
Yes, it's a real thing. It's actually a very real kink. I learned that when I was doing the foot page, right? There was guys who wanted the whole foot thing with the berating at the same time. So the berating is a real kink. And that's why I was like, let me stop going back and forth with these guys because they're getting all for free. Like if you're going to get off, get a 20-minute, what is it? FaceTime or something. I can berate you for 20 minutes.
Yo, look, man.
Oh
man, you want the premium package? You got to pay the premium dollar, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not
that's what you.
section.
It's really, sexuality is not so cut and dry or black and white. It is so. I mean, you learn that all the time. Different things. You're like, wow. That doesn't, like, certain things, that doesn't do anything for me, but it does something for somebody.
Right.
And it's just,
Right.
it's bizarre.
I
But
notice a lot of men are sensitive to biting. Like, y'all are punks when it comes to biting. I don't understand. But y'all are ground and pound a girl. Y'all are ground and pound a girl in doggy style. But a little bite, don't bite me.
I personally can't orgasm off of like making love and shit like that.
Miss Ruth, are you in the building? Are you listening?
I can't orgasm off of that. I can only orgasm off that shit, man. Like that.
Ron, are you serious?
I can only orgasm off that shit. Like she's talking that shit. We both talking that shit. She's digging her nails in my back. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm stroking and massaging them walls, man. You know what I mean? It's just some disrespectful things being said in that room, man.
That's the only way you can orgasm?
It's the only way I can orgasm.
You poor baby. Were you abused? You need a hug.
No, I just think I'm just an aggressive person. Or maybe that was what it was. I don't know. The 80s was a very vicious time. It was a very traumatic time. The 80s was very
I talk about 2023. You can't be sipping on a little wine, a candle going, R&B music, R&B hits, lights dim,
You
nice
know,
steady slow stroke. You can't orgasm in that situation.
in that situation, nah,
Yeah,
not in that situation. I can't orgasm off the slow stroke. I can't.
you Neanderthal. Jesus.
Nimrod.
And what I will say is this: it is. I don't know. I'm sure women know this, but it's like I remember when I was starting to, I've had more than a few experiences in my life with women. Like I remember the best blowjob I ever got. But what's crazy is I remember getting some that weren't so good, but it was better than nothing. you know, but it's really weird because you would think that it's kind of cut and dry with that, right? I mean, everybody says, "Oh, guys are easy," but it really isn't. There is I don't know
There's
what
different
the art
techniques.
is. What's
There's
that?
technique. There's different techniques.
Yeah.
And
And
every
some
guy likes a
It's
different
literally,
technique.
and the thing is that it's literally a skill.
Yes, it is.
It's a
Yes.
skill. It's not, I've seen some of the stuff that women do. I got some girlfriends and we would joke around, having lunch at the diner and stuff like that. And one of my girls was like, "Yeah, I do this." And all of us turned there like, "You do what? Is that what you do? Like to men? Like who does that?" It's like, "But how do you do it?" I was like, "Girl, you got to pay me. Like, I'd kill you after. I gotta kill you after if I show you what I do. What the fuck?" But we all looked at her like, and then there was this other friend.
She's
Oh
probably
my
the one
god!
that she probably just left from my house after I threw her out. That's probably one of your fucking friends, man.
I have that fucking childlike honesty. That's just like because I just watch people and then it just fucking comes out of my mouth, and I try not to.
What
And
did
this
she say?
girl was fucking raw. This was another girl. She was like, "No, I thought that's how you do it," but she wasn't a head type, a shocking Puerto Rican girl who didn't like giving head. But yeah, no. So
Well,
then there was this
this
other friend that we had, right? And she had the straw, and she would go like this, right? Right? And I was like, and she kept doing that shit over and over again at the fucking table. And I was like, "Is that how you give head? Like, is that how you put a dick in your mouth?" She was like, "What are you talking about? Yeah, you wrap your lips around your teeth." I said, "Oh my
Was
God!"
she
Like,
keeping it for
see,
safekeeping?
we
Like, was
gotta
she
talk
holding it
about
for
it tonight,
safekeeping?
man.
I was like, "You don't have to wrap your mouth around your teeth not to get teeth on him. Who are y'all? Like, what is going on right now?
We got to talk about this shit
I'm
tonight.
out with y'all right now."
This is the privilege, ladies and gentlemen. This is female privilege at its finest. Women are allowed to be horrendous in bed. They really are. They really are. Because 9 times out of 10, men aren't going to say shit. And if we do
Exactly.
say,
Whose fault?
you know what I'm saying? I mean, wait a minute. And if we do say shit, motherfuckers gonna, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like, "Oh, you a hater, nigga. You can't keep your mouth shut. You're gonna get shamed for the, you know what I mean, spreading the information." Men, the entire my nigga, you cannot fall short, literally, in sexual situations. Men, we don't have that space. We don't have that space. You know what I mean? If you can just be good or great. If you are below good, if you can either be good or great. That is the only space that you can be in. So you best believe, like, yes, you do have to bring your A game. You do have to study. You do got to watch some shit. You do have to go through trial and error because, man, listen, man, the onus is on men for there to be an amazing sexual experience. The onus is on men. Now it's an amazing thing if the woman is incredible. That is, oh man, that's magic. There's a reason why. There's a reason why men constantly don't leave y'all two alone, man. Because most women suck in bed. That's the shit that don't nobody tell you, man. Do you think if good pussy was that easy to come by, niggas would be like, "Oh, it's over. Okay, I'm just go back out." This big good
Wait a
pussy.
minute. So what's the would you say the ratio or the
Yeah.
percentage of women that you encountered throughout your life
That
that
know
were
what they're doing, really know what they're doing.
against the women that don't? What would you
And
say? Is
you've
it
been around a lot of blocks.
Women
I just
that's
called
like
you a hoe.
holy shit. Women that's like
you
holy
put
shit.
three?
Out of 10, I would say 3.
Chat, answer this question
3.
too. Yeah.
Out of 10, I'd say about 3. The rest of them
And
are pillow.
Israel said 3 too.
The rest of them are pillow princes. The rest of them can't do one simple thing like arch your fucking back. Arch your fucking back. Arch your back. Arch
So
your back.
out of 10, you would say 3. Now, let's teach the people. What are the 7 doing aside from you don't know how to arch your back?
Or not.
Well, the seven,
what
I can tell some of the 7 aren't drinking water consistently because that's some dry ass pussy.
That's not how your pussy gets wet. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, it got to be something. It got to
I
be
can't
something.
stand them. I can't.
It got to be something. It got to be something.
Was she not praying enough, or what? Is she don't pray enough?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, Jen. Maybe you could clue me on that because that should be pussy be dry.
Okay, but I don't know if you're gonna accept the answer. Are you gonna accept the answer? Are you gonna accept?
If she's not aroused, great, no problem. I'm out.
So
you know what I'm saying?
How did I know Crazy Legs was gonna chime in on that?
If she's not aroused, great, no problem. No harm, no foul. We're not compatible. Cool. But just say that shit. Remember, Jen? Just say that shit. Remember? Anyway.
Okay. No, you're not skating at it. Take the skates off, bro. You're not skating at it with that.
Now, let me continue. Let me continue. Before you go on your diatribe. Now, like your friend with the and the shit like that. That's it. Yeah, I bumped into that. I've either bumped into that or you're toothy as fuck.
Ooh.
And if you're with a man who has a particular girth, you should know what the fuck you doing. Don't be scraping my dick, and I'm just like, oh man, Jesus Christ! I pull my dick out, but there's scar tissue everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you have to change the title of the show. Go ahead, continue.
You know what I mean? There's things happening. You know what I mean? There's
looks like you're at a dentist office with the imprint of her teeth.
Some of them do the yanking shit.
The what?
Some of them
do the what?
The yanking. Like I told you, they yank your dick.
Oh, the yank.
I don't know why a woman would attempt to yank a dick from a man's body.
Yes, they yank shit.
Did she think perhaps? Did she think she was just jerking you?
I don't know what she was doing. I just knew it did not feel good. I'd be like, yo, chill, can you not do that? Now, before I forget my thought, another thing too, like if you're gonna lay on your back and be a pillow princess, at least act like you just moving and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, don't put the onus on me. Move with me. Let's move together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's have a moment together.
We're teaching the class. A pillow princess, basically, she's just laying on her back.
That's it. And I remember Amber Rose said that, yeah, I can't wait to be a pillow princess again. Like, who says that?
Who says that?
Amber Rose, apparently.
She's like, see, I look forward to being a pillow princess. Like, who says that?
See, I always think I'm a porn star in bed. Like
now, for instance, I'll give you an example of the 3 that I'm talking about. Adina Howard's husband left her. And he left her because she wanted sex too much. The nigga couldn't hang. Now, Adina wanted to fuck in the morning. Adina wanted to fuck.
She told you, I'm going to be a freak until
really
the day, until the dawn.
Until the dawn. And we go all through the night to the early morning.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, she was she said she has a sex drive of a teenage boy. When you run into women like that, it's an amazing experience. It's an amazing situation. It's best you not have a job or any kind of responsibilities when you deal with women like that because you're not going home. That's number one. And at first I was like, is she capping? But then I saw on stage and she was doing the gyrating thing and she was on her toes and she was going slowly down and slowly back up. I was like, this woman's a monster.
Okay, I'm just saying, no, throw your cap at her.
Not a last one. Jill Scott. When she did that movement with the microphone, I was like, yes, man. Just caressing it, treating it like a piece of art, man. Just in that, man. Not you like starting a lawnmower or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
That's a lawnmower.
So Crazy Leg says, yo, Haran is dropping facts. I've come across badass women who are horrible in bed. Head game is usually trashed by a lot of women, but we allow them to think they're on point. So that's your bad, sir. That's your bad because you want your dick in someone's mouth so bad that you don't care what it feels
See,
like. So
That's what I was saying. I was
even
like,
when
it's better than nothing.
even when the sex is bad, it's our fault. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's
No,
just
but I'm
always
saying
our,
if
it's
you don't
better
think
than nothing.
why can't you school
I
your
was
friend?
just saying, I was just saying it's cat because men talk a good one. Oh, I wish she wanted it all the time. And then you meet Miss all the time.
Yeah,
And then it's a whole different
yeah.
situation.
I
He
think
said it.
young men
Her
say that.
husband did say it. He was like, I thought I was a freak until I met a Data. He kept
Yeah,
it
it
Right.
real.
sounds
Yeah.
like she's saying theory.
Yeah, that's just something that young men say. You get that like what you're talking about, where it's you get to wear somebody out because and a younger guy can recover a lot faster too. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So I mean,
Holy
when you get a
shit.
certain age, you don't want a woman that wants it all the time.
The bountiful soul coming in with the Kegels.
This is a reason why young men go to war, no Saint. This is a reason why only young men get drafted. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, look, a bountiful soul coming in with the save with them Kegels. She said, I guess I'm a pillow princess, but I have 2 extra vaginal muscles. I guess that makes up for it.
Now wait a minute. Like,
Pillow princess. But her pussy
Is
is
it a
pretty.
okay,
trade-off?
wait a
Is it
minute.
a trade-off?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If she isn't, if that is indeed true, you can give that one a pass because you can still
It's a
do
good
some
trade-off.
things.
Okay.
Yeah, you can still do some things with that. It's a trade-off. I mean, if it's extra tight in a situation like that, and you're a pillow princess, it's like, yeah, I can still work with this, especially if it gets wet as hell. And
This should
one of the main we
Rated.
and one of the and one of the you ain't never asked one of the main women that gentlemen such as myself we hold and keep on a pedestal is the super soaker. Oh, she just squirts every fucking 5 minutes. I don't care if it's pee. She just squirts every 5 minutes. It's the suction. Like when you're in it, it's like it's just immaculate. Your fucking thighs are wet as fuck. It's just I don't know what it is. It's amazing.
So we're just one step from having a girl.
Thing that she's doing. If it's a thing that she's doing, I like it. I don't give a fuck.
Would you like to get peed on, sir?
Might as well.
I don't know if that's pee though. I don't know if that's pee, and I really don't care. In that instance, that's
so
cool.
then.
But a woman actually.
Let's step it up to pee. Let's step it up to pee. Nice and warm, running down your nutsack. You know?
But a woman actually climbing on top of me and peeing. Nah, I'm good with that. Nah,
but she's peeing in the middle, so
like I said, I don't care if that's pee in that situation. In that motion, in that situation, it looks and feels great. Her saying, "Okay, now I'm gonna piss on you." Like, nah, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't think it works like that.
This is a psychological thing.
No, I'm gonna piss on you.
Psychological. You know what I mean?
So that squirt isn't actually urine. However, a bitch has been known to mix that squirt shit with urine. It is up to you. It is up to you. I've never liked visually what it looks like when women squirt. I'm talking about squirt. That shit, I've never liked it. Never liked it visually because to me, men squirting is synonymous with men. I don't want to ejaculate like you ejaculate. I don't like it visually. It's a turn off to me. But lots of men like seeing women squirt and ejaculate. I wonder why men like that lately, but I digress.
Oh yeah, it's because it gives them the feeling like they did something, like I did that. It's a reaction.
I thought it was because they wanted it to act like a penis. I digress.
Oh. That was far.
You see that she cracking jokes about shit like that. But for nigga allow her to crack his ass and shit, he's just being a freak and it's exploring some shit. If a nigga literally cracks his ass up and scoots his ass up, preparing for her to actually put her finger or two in there, that's just a man exploring his sexuality.
No.
or if he just throws his legs up
No, it can't be like that.
with abandon. Oh, you
No.
got
Gentle.
you got to take it. You got to take it like it's Attica, right?
You
Like,
gotta Attica all the way, baby. I gotta be like Attica. I don't want it.
That's sick. That's fucking sick.
It's like Attica. I don't want it.
If he wants it, Jen doesn't want it. He doesn't have to want it. He can't want it.
You can't want it. You better act like you don't want it. You better act like you don't want it. Act like it.
The guys in the chat are like this. Okay, act like I don't want ass play. Got it.
Like you want ass play, act like you don't want it. Don't. I'm not your girl. If you boonk over for me or spread your leg, I'm not your girl. I'm not that.
Now I will say, somebody mentioned this earlier. Verbal does it for me every time. Like a guy who's talking me through.
Oh my God, yo, the trainer, the sex trainers, y'all are the best. Salute to you, sirs. Y'all are the fucking. Woo.
Like, I don't know what it is about that.
The shit talking man.
Yes.
I mean, they talk you right to that shit and tell you when to stop, when to do it, when not to do it, when to move it. Listen, I like
or Dush Abby. She said, "Get a bidet." I saw your comment in the Sisterhood Sips chat about the bidet, and you're right. She said, "Get a bidet if you want." Right, either that or some fleet.
So you just said you're gonna just sit there and let the water touch your ass? Wow.
That's what it was originally for, She put the history of it in our chat. It was very interesting. It was actually for sex workers. That's what it was for originally, and that's why you don't see them in America, because it was synonymous with sex workers. So that's why. But it's in other countries, it's a normal. It's like having a toilet. Like they know that's what that's for. So yeah.
Oh my! Who wants to talk about the hip hop 50th anniversary review?
What a segue! What a fucking segue!
Well, since the half of the rap game is porn stars anyway, now I guess we can go ahead and segue. It's a perfect segue. I mean, most of them have only pages.
And finding out that Diddy was king of the freak offs. They called it the Take That Mansion. There's a clip that shows a couple rappers.
No, seriously?
There was oh my God, I thought I sent it to the group. There's a clip, an old clip of some rappers teaching one of them. I forgot one of them Instagram comedians. And he was telling the older rappers, I think Game was there and some other rappers. And he was like, so what would you advise me? You know what I mean? I'm coming up new in the game, whatever. And they all started laughing. I think Waka Flocka was there too. And they all started laughing. He was like, yeah, just stay away from the Take That Mansion. And they all started cracking up. And the guy's sitting there like, what's that? What does that mean? And then they all were dying because they were talking about Diddy's mansion. They called it the Take That Mansion. So apparently this was an open secret, as they say. It was an open secret. Nobody knew what it was about.
And we know that once you get in, like, there's levels to this shit, right? When you get into the game. And so with each level, you'll see more open secrets. And because you'll look around, you're like, oh, so everybody knows this. Oh, okay. And you be thinking like, damn, it's not in the press. Like it's so weird to when I first got into the industry and started seeing that. I mean, I'm looking around and I'm seeing people, right, that I know are married, but they have their assistants, and you can clearly tell that. And this is these are male singers with male assistants, but you can clearly tell. You can clearly tell what the hell's going on. And it was a lot of that.
I think that Farnsworth, what's his name? Farnsworth Bentley.
Bentley. I don't. I always get it backwards. I don't.
Okay, well, that guy that used to hold the umbrella, I think that was Diddy's sub.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that was Diddy's sub for sure.
The body language. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of people said it behind the scenes. Like, look, one of the things that people in the chat understand this. Outside of any space of power, whether it be the entertainment business, politics, and so on and so forth, for regular folk, how people control you or control things is through money. Now, when you get into spaces like the entertainment world and politics and so on, since everybody technically has money, well, how do you control people? How do you have one up on a motherfucker? That's where the secrets come in.
Yep.
Like what a motherfucker got on you is how they control you. It's not necessarily. I mean, if a motherfucker got $1 billion, what you gonna bribe him with 500 grand? It's just not. It just doesn't hit. But like, well, I got that picture of you and such and such doing such and such. You know, so you know what I mean. All of a sudden, you know what I mean, that bridge gets motherfucking done. You know what I mean? They sign the fucking papers. So it's a different thing when you're in that world. But something called the take that mansion. Yeah, I think I'm good on that. That doesn't.
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
literally. I thought I sent the.
Yeah, that sounds like some shit where motherfucking men go and get Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it sounds like
It's the same thing
like
like when. Huh? Go ahead.
to me it sounds like an IRS motto. Take that,
Take that, take that,
man.
take that, and take that, and take that. What I was gonna say. It's the same thing like when Courtney Love, one time they asked her on the red carpet, and it was like, well, what would you advise the young women to stay away from Harvey Weinstein's parties? It's the same shit. It was the same exact thing, except that guy was asking, what would you advise me? And one of them just said, stay away from the take that mansion. And they all started cracking up. Like they all started laughing because the kid was sitting there like, I don't know what that means, right? But they knew. So it was an open secret. What do you think about, did you guys watch the Grammy Hip Hop 50th? There goes your thumb. No saying. You see the thumb?
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Listen, first thing I came in this morning to work, and Mr. Sapp was like, "I saw Jen on the on that ground."
You gonna take me out? Why he always fronting?
Listen, it's funny because he was telling me. He said, "Oh, that's he's at his house. You know, that's Jen. Who's Jen?" His wife.
Oh, wait a minute. That he's married?
Yeah, he's married. He's like,
Good day and good night.
listen, I don't get anybody's business about that. But anyway,
you think niggas a little thing like marriage get between them in a bad?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. But what's funny is he was like, you know, Jen, he does the show. Oh, like she knows. Oh, from the show.
Yeah, that was a long conversation when you left, Bo Saint.
Awkward moment.
That was a long, awkward conversation.
Yeah.
And then I'm up in the audience like,
I was about to say it sounds like
Did she see Jen?
Yeah.
Did she see Jen? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like that she's already seen Jen and already have a feeling about a feeling.
Woo, yeah.
Listen, when you I heard through it. I can listen. I read through lines. So I'm like, that's what it gave me.
So when is he buying her a new car? Because that's gonna be cheaper than a divorce, baby.
yes, it is. Damn right.
I mean, he doesn't hide it. On his thing, it says Mr. and Mrs. Sapp. On his, you've read it before, Mr. and Mrs. Sapp.
Those are the worst. Those are the worst. Those people that have to talk like,
that this weekend. He gonna be like, hey babe, pass me a beer while I'm watching the game. Why don't you go ask Jen to get it for you, motherfucker?
Maybe Jen can get you a beer.
I wonder what the fuck she doing all the fucking time. What's your cash app? What's her cash app?
Oh my goodness.
Me, I've been there.
So what did you think about the show? What did you think about the show?
So I didn't get to see it like live because I had a lot going on that day. So I was able to catch it afterwards. But everyone was texting me, inboxing me. Is that Jen? Is that Jen? So I'm like, yep, that's Jen. So I'm like, yeah, it's a good look. The girls is out. The girls is outside. So
we outside. Did you guys like the show? They cut out a lot.
I like the show, but I think the kids were out of their element. Like the younger demographic were kind of out of that element. Like,
you think so? Coi Leray was up there. Glorilla was up there. Like
yeah, but no, I'm talking about the audience. In the audience, like they got up when a lot of the more modern artists and modern records started coming out. You know what I mean? People were doing their thing. But when things started getting a little bit deeper in the weeds, You know what I mean? Like the Far Side was coming up, Arrested Development was showing up, and you know what I mean, Kane and Rakim. That's when the kids were like, and that's when the adults were losing their mind. The kids were kind of like, you know what I mean? You know, but they had that in the beginning, you know what I mean, and so on. But there were certain people that I would have loved to see. I would have loved to see Hammer. However, Hammer said that, and this is from him. Hammer said that he has been asked to show up to these things, but fuck you, fake motherfuckers, because he's basically saying motherfuckers shitted on me back in the days. I ain't showing up to shit. Hammer's standing 10 toes down on business.
Okay. I don't understand that mentality. I mean, I'm not judging. Do what the fuck you want with your career.
Yeah, right.
I don't understand that mentality because I feel like you're leaving money on the table and you're also ignoring a possible new demographic. That's a record sale. Even if it's one fucking record sale, it's $10 you didn't have yesterday. I don't care who's there and who's fake. I'm going to be there with my people. I'm going to perform and I'm leaving.
I mean, think about this, you all. Think about this because he doesn't be outside like that. So if Hammer does like if he shows up to something major and kill it, like he not just record sales, his ass to be back on tour. We've seen it happen. Escape and SWV did that, right? Alicia Keys brought up In Vogue and SWV and all these girls, and all of a sudden they're all on tour. So I'm with you. The other thing is there's no emotions in business. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, there got to be a social path when you're conducting business. You know,
always.
Yes. You gotta you gotta be a social path. So it's like you don't fuck what they did. They're gonna be fake. This is a fake business. The moment you stop producing, they don't know your name. This is nothing personal. This is all of us.
I remember he was on stage with Psy one time before, a couple of years ago. Psy was performing Gangnam Style, and he brought him out. And they blended both of the records together, like Too Legit, like To Quit and Gangnam Style. That shit was incredible. That motherfucker Hammer could still dance his fucking ass off. He was out doing size dances. This is a 50-something-year-old man. You know what I mean? Almost 60-something-year-old man moving incredibly well. It was amazing.
Because I know people who were dancers and they stopped, and they're way younger than him, and they all said the ones who stopped, if you stop too long, they all said when they went back to go dancing again, they was like, whoa, what the fuck is my body doing? Like, it's not doing the things that it was supposed to do. Like,
so what Sheldon shared,
motherfucker.
What Sheldon saying, he said, I'll say this, I am pissed that we've had all these hip hop celebrations and there has been little to no mention of Heavy D. That man was an icon. It's really disrespectful. Here's the thing with that. It's 50 years.
And that's the problem. Somebody's going to get left out.
Years. Like when they did the tribute in Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, like people were mad that, oh, y'all didn't represent the South. Where was the South? I honestly think that each freaking faction should do their own shit. The South should do their own tribute because y'all got money down there. Okay, the West Coast should do their own because y'all got money over there. The East Coast should do their own because y'all got money over there. Because that's it's too many people. And I think that's why this Grammy tribute, if you notice, they had all the names flying on the walls consistently throughout. Consistently. So I'm sure Heavy D's name was up there. I would have loved to see New York represented better. I'm not going to lie. I was very disappointed for, the South and for the West Coast. I mean, they were bringing props on stage. So you got to understand, I'm in the audience. So I'm watching the production and what they're doing. When the West Coast came out, literally between commercials, they're bringing out massive props and tables and desks and lights and gates. And they did the same thing for the South. They did. So I'm like, when New York came out, it was Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, and they just lit Rakim's microphone on fire, which he didn't even fucking acknowledge. Okay, he was over somewhere on stage. And I saw the rehearsal. So the action was supposed to be Rakim was rapping. Then when he's dumb, it was kind of like instead of a mic drop, it's the mic goes up in flames, which looked amazing in rehearsal. Rakim walked around that shit, the microphone he had in his hand. And there was a blooper. They fucked up his audio, Rakim's audio, and he went backstage and then he wouldn't come out. And
a moment.
Yeah, they wanted him to come out to do it again because the audio got fucked up. You know how it is on set, Lily. Yeah. So, but he refused to come out. So the audience was just sitting and waiting for Rakim to come back out. And then he finally came back out. Okay. I won't say how he was. He came back out and he performed again, and then they lit the mic again. But he wasn't. He literally, if you watch the show, he literally looks like fuck that mic. But I thought it was a dope effect because I'm like, yo, the mic lit on fire.
Yeah, I mean, it did look dope.
Look
I would have
dope.
seen L. I would have liked to see L perform. L didn't
He
Right.
perform.
performed way in the beginning.
Way in
Oh,
the beginning,
really?
I must have
Okay.
missed it. Then I must have missed that.
Yeah, because I mean, how can you have 50 years? Because L has such a long, stretched out career catalog for, you know, like
Right.
L is hip hop, you know, to be
He's
able to
cute
sustain
in
this
person.
long.
He's cute. I didn't think he was going to be cute in person because I'm not. I mean, he's an attractive man. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that in person, I just thought he would give me LL from TV, but he is a light. Like when you walk, you know, you walk past, you meet some celebrities and they look like a regular person, and then you meet some and they have that light. Like he has that light. Like he walked by and he looked at me, he was like, "Hi," and I was like, "Hi." I was like, "Don't play with me."
Okay. I will do you. I will do you.
I didn't
Because you were
understand.
on the wall when I was 15. Don't play with me.
I didn't understand Akon being there. Like,
Yeah, he's a part of hip hop.
so was Young MC. So was Vanilla Ice. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't put
you
Akon
gotta
with
think.
them.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with Akon. But here's the thing: you have to, and this is the thing people don't understand. There's politics in it. They probably contacted all them people, and the people were like, "Hey, maybe like fuck them shows."
I mean, yeah, that's the other half of it. That is the other half of it. But when
Because Akon
Akon
is
was up
making
there, I
money.
was just like, what the fuck is this? But again, to your point, politics, maybe they had a time slot they need to fill up. It was like,
Yeah,
fuck Akon doing. Have him
they're
come.
like, "Who's available? Who's available? Who can we put up here and fill this?" But they left out a lot of performances. Like I didn't see. You guys didn't see Glorilla, right? When you
Yeah,
saw it live on TV.
I saw.
Oh, you
I
saw
saw.
Glorilla? You saw Coi Leray?
Yeah.
Did you see T.I. perform?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He tore it down. Yeah, you saw T.I. Yeah.
I'm wondering what the fuck was I watching then? Because when I watched it here on the West Coast, I was like, oh shit, they cut out a lot. So
No,
you guys saw.
we saw T.I. We saw when I tuned in, it was the ladies first medley. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I thought that was the beginning, and L was hosting. He was basically introducing them. Then after they were done, that's when they went in. They kicked into the South, and that's when we saw Glorilla and T.I., 3-6 Mafia. You know what I mean? Bun B. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Also, then you got. Oh, hold on a minute. So then you guys saw me way more than I saw me.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. You had a lot of camera time, Jen. Like a lot.
Oh, so
Like,
now I understand. All right, wait a minute. Now I understand because somebody hit me and they were like, "Yo, how many times you gonna show up on the TV?" And when I counted it on my end on the West Coast, it was like maybe 3 times. But then people, oh, okay, because I'm like, hold up. When T.I. performed, I was right next to him. When Chloe Bailey was saying her shit, I was right. So I'm like, why I didn't see none of that? But other
now,
people saw it.
the way I saw it on my Amazon Prime because I got Paramount Plus. You know
Do you
what I mean?
remember how long it was on Amazon? How many hours?
Shit. It was most likely a 2-hour show. If I think about the stream, it was a while.
So I'm gonna watch it on Amazon. I'm gonna watch it on Amazon because you guys saw shit I didn't see.
Oh, you can watch it on Amazon Prime?
It's there?
Yeah. If you have Paramount Plus with it.
Oh, I think I still have my Paramount Plus, actually.
Yeah, if you have Paramount Plus, then you can check it out there.
If I still got it, I'll give you the code. It's probably still coming out of my account and I don't know about it.
Because my ex, check this out. It's so fun. No, it was so sweet though. Like I was really surprised. I'm like, it's not like I was on a show. It's not like I was performing. So I thought it was cute that people was telling because I was fucking in the audience. I'm like, so what? I'm in the audience, right?
Right.
So I'm like, oh, wait till I start doing fucking network television. Y'all gonna lose your minds. But anyway, my ex called me. Even my ex called me and was like, his son called him and said, "Is that Miss Jen on TV?" I was like, dang. And you don't think little kids pay attention to you.
You don't, but you never know.
The ex always calls you.
But it was surreal. Like it was an amazing experience, and probably not for, I don't know, probably not for anybody else, but to be in a room with all them people you watched growing up since you was a little kid, and now they're all in one room at the same time, your eyes are darting everywhere. It's like, oh shit, look at such a, oh shit, look at that. And now you're seeing that. It's not like bumping into one celeb on the
Right.
fucking subway. They're all there from when you was a
Yeah.
kid. So you're like, look at El Cool J, look at Queen Latifah, look at Yo-Yo. Oh shit, look, Will Smith's kids are over there. And Chuck D and Flavor Flav. And it's like, it was just all over. Tyga's funny looking person. Very funny
Well,
looking.
what I loved though was that
Yeah.
everybody was there to have a good time, man. The crowd was receptive. You know, everybody was there to have a good time and show love for the culture.
I didn't hear no complaints.
There wasn't nobody trying to be cool about it. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers was into it, man. Like every coast, everybody was into
Yeah, I
it.
didn't
No,
hear
the
no
vibe was, yeah, the vibe in the audience was really like a party. The vibe was a party. Like everybody was jumping up and dancing and like hugging each other and giving each other a lot of love. It's funny. I can't say his story. I wanted to tell you guys the story. Anyway, yeah, so Flavor Flav, in between the commercials, he kept jumping up and hyping the crowd, like, yeah, everybody, yeah. People were like listening to him. It was so funny.
He's the hype man. That's what he does.
Yes, and
That's
then
another one. Been around forever and ever. Still, like people. This is 2023, and people still know who the hell Flavor Flav is. Like that's a lot to be in this
And he was,
industry.
yeah, Lily, he was doing it like it was 20 years ago. Like he was
Yeah,
jumping, he was like, hey, man, hey, boy, and yelling, and everybody was yelling and laughing. And
He was.
the vibe
A lot of people don't know that he's a multi instrumentalist, man.
I never knew that.
was not wrong. I didn't know that.
He can play the drums, piano, like play things well. No, it's not no goof around shit. No, like
He
Flav.
just seems fun for
But
some
that's
reason.
sad then.
Why?
Did he ever produce any tracks for Public Enemy?
You never know, because back in them days, you know what I mean, he fuck around, probably did some shit. They took a cut of it, you know what I mean, and they put it on the album. They just didn't give him any credit.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
that's like the DLC with Snoop shit.
right. So it's like you never know. You never know what he probably contributed at one point in time, and they just ain't give the man his props.
Yeah, because like especially like a lot of producers, like I know Neil has a group of producers, and then sometimes they get credit, sometimes they don't. Everyone knows that was Diddy's motto. Diddy was not producing shit. Okay, everybody else but Diddy was producing. Like everybody does that, especially when you're coming up as a producer. Like you come up under somebody, they get the credit for it.
Yeah, like designers.
Yeah, same thing.
Like Stevie J, arguably, like what was funny about Stevie J is that a lot of people don't know Stevie J is very talented.
Very talented. They don't
talented.
understand it. He's extremely talented. I've known about him since the 90s. He's very talented. So when he got on Love and Hip Hop, I was like, oh, I'm a fan of his work. And then he opened his mouth and I was like, what we doing here? Don't fuck up my 90s. Don't fuck up my 90s, Stevie. Stevie
Right.
with the shenanigan.
Stevie
with your shenanigan.
That woman is so gross. All right, guys. Well, we are at the hour, and we're gonna.
We're hip hop freaks.
Yes, we are. No freak offs though.
No.
Did you see that 18 companies?
Yeah,
But let me ask this before we go. I googled Diddy's net worth. And you know these things are off a little bit. You know what I mean? It says here, one says says 850 million, another says 1 billion, and then yet another says 900 million. So I guess it's somewhere in the pocket, right? Okay, so who thinks the chat can answer, the panel can answer. So who thinks you got Ciroc told him fuck off, Revolt told him fuck off. You have 18, it says here, I'm not exaggerating, 18 companies. Damn, to be involved with so many fucking companies. God damn, who's involved? It says here 18 companies flee Sean Combs. Latest business as allegations mount. 18 companies. That's a lot of companies he was involved with. So with Revolt bouncing, Ciroc bouncing, and 18 companies bouncing, what do you got? Do you think that it's affected his net worth significantly, or do you think that was
Fuck
Diddy money?
yeah. Fuck yeah. Because when you're that wealthy, you have a certain lifestyle that you live, and then when you start accumulating things, now you need managers for those things, like those properties and stuff like that. So just to wake up in the morning costs a lot of money. I can even imagine, because I know people who not even celebrities that's not nowhere close to a Diddy and what they pay just for waking up in the morning. So if that's your overhead, yeah, it's definitely going to affect me. He's going to have to cut down, because it sounds like a lot, but I sent you all that video about billionaires, and it was a financial advisor, 2 billion. He used to be a financial advisor, 2 billionaires.
Yeah, I
And,
watched it.
and he was talking about how easy it is for them to go broke. He was like, it's so easy for them to go broke, because what happens is, if you don't have stealth wealth, and there's a lot of people with stealth wealth, and those people are not even on Forbes. They don't even make on Forbes, because they're going to make sure this shit stays on the low. He says, but if you don't have stealth wealth, what happens is the higher you climb, you're now more of a target. And people like that get sued all the time. Like, for instance, he got sued by Kelly Price because he didn't pay Kelly Price for something she didn't even know. Her team caught that she didn't get paid, so her team filed the suit. Kelly and Diddy didn't even know that they were in a legal battle until it hit the news. Like, and they both were like, "Oh, really?" And she got her money, and they went on about their day. So it's going to affect them.
Well, yeah, to your point, yes, because I mean, I can imagine that.
It says
So for
here she's sued him for $4 million.
the average New Yorker, by 11 a.m., you probably spent like $60. It's the average New Yorker.
Right.
Okay?
Seriously.
Now think about a billionaire. Think about somebody worth that much money. By 11 o'clock, how much money is this motherfucker spent? You can't even fathom it.
No.
Yeah,
You can't even fathom it. So
You're right, because from the crack of dawn till 11, he has a gang of kids in private school.
Yep.
He has a gang of staff at each property. He has a gang of management to maintain, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And these people are working every day, starting in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really
when I
funny.
was younger, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say what's really funny is, like, there is a difference in knowledge, or the way that people that don't have money, like most of us don't have a lot of money, and the people that have money, it's hard to conceive. It reminds me, there was a guy that does a local radio show here for LSU. They were in New York for the Heisman Trophy ceremony, and he's in City Park doing a live stream, and there's these two skyscrapers that are apartment complexes, right? And somebody in the chat types in, how much money do you think somebody has to make to live in that? He says, how much money? He's like, first of all, what's the salary? He said, okay, first you got to realize anybody in those lofts are not making a salary. They are the ones that own the wealth. You know what I mean? But it's hard for, like, people to understand that. So what I'm saying is, like, it's hard for people to understand, like, okay, yeah, he's worth, say, 850 million or whatever it is. And now all these businesses are pulling out, but he still got $400 million. Yeah. But then he's got, how many pieces of property he has that he's maintaining with help, taxes, how many cars, all these other things, the kids in school. And that's why someone like MC Hammer back in the day went broke,
right?
Because he didn't know where all the money was going. You need somebody to maintain and to watch over that, because you got to
watch over them.
Going.
Right.
Yeah, you got to watch
and then
over
watch
them,
for
because
them. Yeah.
I have a girlfriend who works for Merrill Lynch, and I asked her one day, I said, how do you know if your financial advisor is stealing from you? She said, you won't.
Wow. Well, no. No.
That
And
was
then
good.
everything,
Oh,
like the groundskeepers and the fucking,
right. And you got to realize that's not liquid money. That's like a valuation. And that's including property. That's even including down to his Instagram page. So all of those things are included to say that he's worth that amount of money. So it's not like he can pay them an Instagram page. Hey, listen, housekeeper, I'll post you this week if I don't have to pay you.
I'll post you making the best.
This is why lifestyle is such a motherfucker, because when I was super broke, when I think about my expenses, they weren't like that. It was like, you know what I mean? They weren't that big of a deal. Now, recently I did an audit to the things that I actually spend on, and I'm like, when the fuck did I start spending this so much fucking money? Like, how did I fucking start spending this much fucking money? Because it's like, nah, this didn't happen. Like, but in my mind, it's like I've created a lifestyle for myself where I'm just so used to certain things. You don't understand that it costs to keep doing that. You know what I mean? I keep telling myself, I don't need this, I don't need that. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I want it though. I kind of do because I'm used to it.
You know what's weird? It's just a strange paradigm now, because it's like the broke people are living the lifestyle of the rich people, and the rich people are living the lifestyle of broke people. What do I mean? Like you said, Ron, we never had the money to spend. I had to audit myself. I'm sitting here and I'm like, $1.99 a month for some shit on Apple that I don't even know what the fuck I'm paying. $7.99 a month for Hulu. $13 so I don't get ads on YouTube. $25 for StreamYard. Another Amazon Prime. Another $10 a month. Cable. My gun insurance. $50 a month. The medical and I'm sitting and I'm like, who the fuck needs all this shit? Why am I doing this to myself? And they're just taking it from your account month, every 30 days. Like, and then you don't notice till you fuck. I'm like, oh, I'm paying $10 for the Airbrush app and the thing I do the thumbnails with. And I'm like, it's like every fucking and I just started taking shit off. I'm like, why I don't even use Apple. I don't have an iPhone. So I had to I had to start cutting shit.
I had to do the same thing because you don't see it. It's like when you're doing the subscriptions and things, you're not really paying attention. And then one day, this happened to me last week. One day I went to get something. Something's like, check your account. I checked my account. All this shit had came out that I did. I was like, what the fuck? I had to do one of those things because it was a couple of them that I missed because I had 2 different accounts that they were coming out of. So I did one, but I didn't do the other.
Yeah.
And everybody got their fucking handout. Everybody. Everything. Listen, one time, fucking IMDb, first of all, things aren't like they used to be. You're getting hired now for your presence online. Okay. They don't give before people used to be like, you're an actor, you need an IMDb because that's where the agents go. Fuck off. The agents are gonna hit me. When I auditioned, let me tell you something. I auditioned for a movie with Kate fucking Beckinsale. Okay, I was playing the role was to play Kate Beckinsale's baby daddy, new girlfriend, a druggie who played a guitar. Okay, they asked me when I got there my following. They wanted to write it. They wanted me to write it down in the fucking information. How many followers do I have throughout Instagram and Facebook to work across Kate Beckinsale? They at no time asked me, who have you worked with before? What's your IMDb code? No, they asked me, how many followers do you have, ma'am? To stand opposite Kate fucking Beckinsale and Brian Cox. So blow me, okay? So IMDb, now they're charging like $150 or something. I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was per year with the Amazon Prime discount because now IMDb is connected to Amazon Prime. Yo, they hit my fucking account for that $150. I cussed everybody in their fucking mom. I was like, give me my fucking money back. I felt like someone slapped me in the face.
No, that is a slap in the face. That's not cute.
But they connected to Amazon Prime. IMDb is now connected to Amazon Prime. One of them bought the other, and now they're connected. So that shit comes right out of your Amazon. I was like, I raised fucking hell. They gave me every dime back because they count on people being too busy and look at the little pennies going out of your account every month. $1.99 adds up. You're not thinking about $1.99. Like, whatever. That shit.
And every month the $1.99, you're like, oh, I forgot about that. And then you sit there and you say, oh well. But yeah, you're right. I wonder, like, listen, I got the $1.99 charge today, so I know what you're talking about. They're making a killing, and the thing is, you're not getting a bill in the mail, so it comes out of your account. It's and it's out of sight, out of mind. And yeah, I know what you're saying. Sometimes you're just like, what am I doing? Like, why do I have 15 here, 20 there, $1 there, and you're just like, this is it's
Now imagine 100 people with that $1.99.
right.
100
Like
people.
they get you two ways. One of the main ways they get you is they give you the free month or the free 3 months because they want you to get locked in and forget about them. So you go on about the business, and then next thing you know, in the summertime, you got a fucking $50 bill. You go, where the fuck did that shit come from? And now this is the second way they get you. You go to the site, you're like, man, I'm canceling my subscription. I'm getting away from this shit. You go to the site, and that cancel button is buried. Buried.
Yes.
You gotta go to their mama house and knock on the door and ask for a piece of cake. You gotta fucking write an essay. Then you gotta go back to school for 3 years. I'm like,
I searched. I'm like, where the fuck is the unsubscribe? And I'm Googling, how do you find the unsubscribe? And blah, blah, blah.
Yo, that's how they get you, man. And then you find out when you find the unsubscribe button, that shit is a little fucking invisible fucking thing at the back of some fucking page. You're like, who the fuck even goes here?
Yes.
You finally get to cancel your subscription because they want you to get frustrated. Because most people are like, I can't find this shit.
I feel like I'm on Amazing Race. You remember that show, Amazing Race?
My time's worth more than $1.99.
Like, I literally feel like I'm on Amazing Race trying to find the subscribe. And then when I find it, I'm like, yes!
Everyone's Amazing Race. You are contestant number 2. Every time they used to make it to the mountain. You are contestant number 3. No, it's crazy. That's why I said we live like rich people. Remember back in the day, we used to be like, I ain't doing it. I ain't got no money. Now, money's pouring out of your account. Pouring. That's how people live. They just spend.
Feel like it's hemorrhaging sometimes.
And another thing is, what Haran was saying, I think listen, it sucks that you get old and you know more than you do when you're young. Because when you're young, you're thinking, all I need is a job making this amount of money. And you're getting your little toys and you're paying your little your little apartment complex. But the problem is that the older you get, the more things you need. Like you need, you should have health insurance. That costs a lot of money. You should be saving for the day you might not be able to work. That costs money. But when you're young, you're not thinking about that. You're healthy. You're not thinking about I got plenty of time. What's that?
You don't have to buy supplements. You don't really need a gym membership. You know what I mean? You don't
it's a totally different mindset.
Keep you alive. You know what I mean?
Totally different mindset. Yeah.
Totally different.
And that's what I'm saying. We just like a Diddy or a celebrity, they wake up, they spending this amount. So are we.
Yes.
So are we. Lord forbid you want a cup of coffee out of Starbucks.
Oh, yes. Oh, you should listen. Thank God I live in New York as much as I love coffee. So, the dirty coffee, the dirty water coffee, that's what I got to go with. Now it's not even $1 no more. Some places it's like $2 now, the daily.
I know a lot of people that love that dirty water coffee.
I love dirty water coffee. You judging me?
Dirty water coffee.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say you judging me.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, I used to, actually, in my beginning days when I first started coding and I was coding for myself and getting gigs for myself, I used to eat coffee grounds. That shit is better than cocaine. I used to wake up, I used to get a scoop of that shit, eat that shit, you know what I mean, whirl it around in the mouth. Boom. Boom. 10 hours, 10, 12 hours straight. Boom. A nigga could see germ.
Looking like Bobby Brown.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Like,
no, Bobby Brown's gonna outlive everybody, for the record.
He is. Him and Keith Richards are gonna be sitting there like,
and then someone, and we'll close now, but rest in peace, someone that I had a big crush on before, and you guys are gonna be like, who, how, why? You guys know I have fucking weird crushes, okay? You guys know. But Andre Brower passed away at the age of 61 after a brief illness. They didn't say what the illness was. This is Andre Brower. You guys know this actor.
Oh
yeah. Yes, I do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I forgot
Wow.
about him. He was on. Damn, that was one of my favorite actors, man. An amazing actor. An amazing
Yeah.
actor, man.
He was
It,
on Homicide and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I had a crush on him with City of Angels. And he was one of the angels. And he was so, I just loved his way because, you know, the angels in City of Angels, they were so matter of fact. Like they don't have emotions because they're angels.
Right.
He came to visit, it was Nicolas Cage, right? Or am I bugging? Who was the
Yes, it was.
actor?
It was Nicolas Cage. Yep. It was
His name
Nicolas
is
Cage. Mm-hmm.
right. So it was Nicolas Cage. Remember Nicolas Cage? The chick died after he fell from heaven, and then Andre Braugher's character came to visit him, and then Nicolas Cage character was mad. He was like, Was it God? Is this a punishment?" And then he was like, "You know better than that." I was like, "Oh, God, so cute." And then he was like, "Was it you? Did you do it? Like, did he kill the girl, Meg Ryan?" And he was like, "No." He was like, "You're alive now, and you know, one day you'll be dying." I was like, "Oh yeah." He was just so matter of fact and so like, he gave me Angel, and I was like, "Okay, that's what I want him."
He was an amazing voice actor. He played. I remember he played Darkseid. You know what I mean? In a Justice League movie, and he was so cool because he was holding Batman over a lava pit. Batman was talking shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you could hear his voice. He has one of those distinctive voices, so you knew it
Sounds
was
like he
him.
got potatoes in the mouth almost.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
you
He
know,
had one of the distinct voices, but it was very regal still in all. It was still a very
Yes.
regal tone, and he had just one of those voices that was just so fucking dope. Like him and like Keith David and like Morgan Freeman, guys like that just have that regality in their
Yeah.
voice that's just so distinctive.
Mm-hmm. I miss
I'm
voices
just
like
curious,
that.
like they've had like, I mean, some people obviously were 100 years old, but they've had like 4 or 5 people now that have died in the last week and a half. That, and one of them's kind of a surprise to me. And Lily, you might know. I'm going to mention in a second, but how many people is Jimmy Carter going to outlive? I mean, this dude is hanging on at 99. He was supposed to
His
be
wife is
gone a
dead.
while ago.
Wife is gone. He's
Yeah,
Cancer,
He's dead until he
COVID.
reappears, and I'm like, "Oh shit, he's still here."
Yeah, he done
yeah,
had
right.
cancer, then had COVID, like in his 90s. Like he didn't have this shit when he was 20. In his 90s, this nigga done had cancer and COVID. Like, what's the tea?
And
I
then
mean,
like this actor that Jen just shows only 61, which is really
Yeah,
young.
that's young in today's society.
It is.
Lily, I don't know if you know this person or not, but I know you've mentioned Howard Stern before, and I was shocked to find out that his stylist Ralph Sorella died. He was like 58, died on the operating table. If you looked him up, you might recognize him, but he would come on the show like and do like call in, and he was really opinionated, really funny. I'm saying he died like it was like he had some kind of a cancer, and he waited around, and then he went to get operation. His heart quit on him. 58. I was like, damn.
That is young. In today's
Yes.
is young.
And this is like, okay, you say, okay, but this is a guy that like what, he's 6 years older than 7. Wait, no, 3, 4, yeah, 5 years older than me. But I've been listening to him since I was like 18, 19, 20 years old. So it's like
yeah.
people that you feel like and you're like, holy shit, man, he's gone.
but you know who? We make jokes about Keith Richards. You know what I mean? He'll outlive all of us. Mick Jagger's older than him, right?
Yes, he's like 80, right? Something
Yeah,
like
Mick
that.
Jagger's older.
Well, Keith did a lot of drugs, so he
I was
aged
about to
drugs.
say because Keith looks like
No, Keith's
like,
still doing drugs this morning, like
down.
today, right now, while we watching, like while we're on the show. Like,
Mick was right next to him, getting that shit with him. Like, come on.
And they put out another album, and he doesn't. His voice doesn't sound like he's old. It's crazy,
right? That's the thing. Like Keith Richards, with all the drugs that he has done and still does, like I'm thinking, if he stops, he will die immediately.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So some people are like that. Some people are like
Haran.
I've seen
I heard him interviewed, believe it or not, just in the last week on Howard Stern, Keith Richards, and he doesn't go a day without picking up the guitar and playing stuff.
But this is what I'm saying when it comes to Asian. That when I watch people, that's it. You have to stay in motion. You have to stay in motion. You still have to have passion for something, purpose for something. Those motherfuckers live like forever, So, yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
And on that note,
yeah, R.I.P. He did good. He did good. He left a legacy. All right, guys. Farewell. Good night. See you guys mañana. Don't forget the Big Daddy Kane interview dropped last night. It's in my community section. Go check that out. It's only 39 minutes. All right, guys. Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hit that like and subscribe on your way out the door. For Mama, if you want to support the show, there it is floating on the bottom. Cash App on the block with Jen. We will see you mañana.